Good morning. This is Steve. This is day 18 of my 90-day YouTube challenge. I'm just a guy who is going to make 90 videos over 90 different days. I'm going to be talking about my morning ritual for the next several days. Well, I've been talking about my morning ritual for 90 days. I'm going to be talking about them for 90 days. And this is day 18 of my 90-day ritual. Okay, here we go. So start up by waking up in the morning. I do my meditation practice. I do meditation with the Peloton app. This morning I did an empathy meditation. I sorted and filtered by hardest classes and I pulled up empathy. Great thing about the empathy meditation is what I took away from it today is that we all are in a shared space that we share together. And in that shared space that we share together, we want to be able to work together in that shared space from a point of peace, or get to a point of peace in that shared space. And that sort of worked out with the next thing that I look at is my 5-minute journal given to me as a present by my wife for Christmas. This was the quote today by Nejwa Zabian, and I had to look her up on YouTube because I wanted to pronounce her name correctly. So, Nejwa Zabian, this is a great quote, and it fit with the empathy meditation that I did this morning. Never wish them pain. That's not who you are. If they caused you pain, they must have pain inside. Wish them healing. I've heard that quote before. Hurt people hurt people. So, if you're going through something with an individual, as long as you're not in a situation where they're causing you physical violence, you need to get out of that situation. But if you're in a situation, maybe a work conflict, a work situation that might have gone sideways because of communication, don't wish somebody pain, wish them healing. There are people who are going through a lot, and we need to consider what people are going through. Sometimes people who respond negatively towards you may be going through something themselves that's causing them pain. We hope for them to be able to heal in those times. So look for helping people to heal. That's a big part of my meditation practice. It prepares you for events. Take a look at my lip here. I'm not angry at the situation that caused me to, hurt my lip, hurt my arm, hurt my eye. I wish for healing for the person that was involved in this incident with myself. Now, I wasn't hurt, like fought or anything like that, but it was just an injury that occurred in the line of my work. So, next thing, want to look at my songs that I heard this morning. So, I went on my playlist, which is Aquafunkapus the series, which is based upon an unfinished script. No, it's a finished script called Aquafunkapus, The Adventures of Aquafunkapus. Right now, I'm working on The Adventures of Aquafunkapus and his Misfit Heroes, which is on my blog, and getting great feedback from people in my writing group. Really enjoy it. Go up, read The Adventures of Aquafunkapus and his Band of Misfit Heroes. It is on the Stephen Thompson Revolution, which is a WordPress blog hosted by Bluehost. This is my third hosting company for my blogs, and this one has lasted. So Bluehost is a great hosting service for your blog. All right, 4 songs I want to highlight this morning. Actually 5 that came up when I hit shuffle, my Spotify playlist, Aquafunkapus the series, Percolator by Kashmir, old school house music, brought me back to when I was in high school. Going to be seeing a friend from high school today who's flying into Los Angeles on a layover before he goes to Australia. Pretty excited about that. Brought me back to positive memories of high school when I heard Percolator by Kashmir. Second song, Children's Crusade by Prince, Dream of the Blue Turtles Band, probably one of the best live bands that Sting has put together. Branford Marsalis does a killer saxophone solo in that song, Children's Crusade. Next one, Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America. Really fun song, fun to listen to, really exciting. I like that song, Peaches. Next, The Maestro by the Beastie Boys. Check Your Head is a good album by the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys have some really good albums. I want to say Paul's Boutique is a revolutionary album, much better than License to Ill and not as acclaimed as License to Ill, but Check Your Head, really good album. The Maestro, check it out, Beastie Boys. Next, Tiny Dancer by Elton John, finishing off the morning with that song. Tiny Dancer by Elton John always makes me think that I'm riding in a van and it's raining outside. That's what Tiny Dancer makes me think of. Okay, Psalm 18 was the psalm that I read today because it's day 18. I'm doing a 90-day psalm reading challenge. And what stuck out to me was the psalm was all about God's character. And one of the things, the verses that stuck out, David said, and he was in a very tough, terrible time. Go read it yourself to do that. Is that he said that God rescued him because he delighted in him. And I want you to meditate on that concept. If there's a simple concept I want everyone to get about religion, the relationship with God, is that God delights in you. Okay? The world and people are mad at you, and God delights in you. And I think you need to work that out on your own. Okay? You can work out your relationship with the creator of the universe on your own with the help of other people walking side by side. But make sure you surround yourself with people who are going to help you and influence you. Go back to the Nejwa Zebian quote. Never wish them pain. That's not who you are. If they caused you pain, they must have pain inside. Wish them healing. So a lot of times people may have been hurt by church experiences, okay, and religious experiences. Now I'm only going to talk about this. My box is terms of like maybe verbal talking that people have done to you, violence, abuse. I'm not in that category because people who do those sorts of things, there is a jail is reserved for them, and that's the justice system. Okay, I'm trying to be in the space. I want to speak to this space of people who may have been hurt by people who are still walking around. I want people who are I want to honor the experience of those who may have been hurt, either physically, mentally, physically by another person. I want to honor that experience, honor you, not honor that experience, but honor the person who it happened to. And I don't want to be in a position where you sort of diminish that by a quote like this, but I just want to know that you are loved and healed and taken care of. I want to talk to maybe some of you who may be upset with somebody you see on a daily basis, that there are hurt people, wish for those hurt people to heal, but you don't have to expose yourself to people who hurt you. I want you to know that. You don't have to expose yourself over and over again to people who hurt you. There's a great MLK sermon that he delivered that really gets into the 3 types of love and the difference between justice and mercy and forgiveness that I think a lot of us get wrong, the concept of justice, mercy, and forgiveness, that I'll take a longer podcast, probably in the Stephen Thompson Experience. Actually, I do have some episodes of the Stephen Thompson Experience that go into this concept of justice, mercy, forgiveness, and the MLK sermon. So that's a good segue into the Stephen Thompson Experience podcast. Check it out. Apple Podcast, Podbean, Mejan, which is a French podcasting service, Overcast, Stitcher. I'm not on Spotify because I simply need to reconvert all my podcast formatting. I don't have the budget to do that right now. I can't hire a virtual assistant, so I'm going to go recluse. That's what I'm going with. I'm going the recluse route. The author who is a recluse, who writes 1 or 2 books and then sort of like disappears into the shadows. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for that. So you won't find me on Spotify. I'm exclusive to Apple Podcasts. And maybe one day, Stephen will be back on Spotify. But I love Spotify. Pay you every month for my music. I just don't have my podcast there. Anyway, day 18, Wednesday, hump day. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.